Karen is, I think, probably the only one that actually sees clients that's going to speak today. We're all wellness practitioners if we're associated with NECAN because we're professionals as consultants in offering wellness information. But Karen has a doctor in front of her name, so that makes you. We're going to let you go first, Karen. So if you will share a story of, I think you're going to share maybe how you've integrated the products and perhaps a particular story. So take it away, Karen.
Yes, thank you, Sherry. Hello, everyone. Yes, I am a doctor. I'm a doctor of natural health. My background is I'm a retired dental hygienist. I have a master's degree in education. I'm a certified facilitator for personal development, yoga teacher, a few other things along the way. And I became a doctor of natural health because I believe in a natural approach. I found NECAN because I needed it for myself. And I have had absolutely remarkable results. I still have challenges, and NECAN has always come to my rescue. So what I do with my clients is I offer services. And I've discovered that when I do these services, there is an aspect, like you could draw a line. And with that line, it demarcates the letting go of the old pattern that the body is in. And then the body has to take over to repair or fill in what I call a black hole of what was released. Now, it could happen on its own. It takes some time, and there could be it's called a crisis in the process, and people don't feel well. So what I found is using the products from NECAN, the natural technologies, fills in that hole so that if there is a crisis, it's very short-lived. And I always touch base with them to see how they're doing, like within 24 hours. And if they're having a problem, I will actually suggest to them which items to use, which technologies to use, so that they are feeling better. And it always works. A lot of times it is using the water. So one of my clients came to me 10 years ago, and I asked her to please list all of the things that were out of balance with her that she'd like addressed. And I work holistically. So I took a look at the whole thing and I went, wow, it was 3/4 of a page. And so I started recommending NECAN technologies to her. And she just had a very miraculous shift the beginning of the year. And I had asked her, I started polling some of my clients, and I asked what their favorite product was. And she said, oh, I don't know. She said, I think it was the water. And I thought that curious because she's been using Pymag water almost from the very beginning. And I thought, okay, what was different? She said, and I realized she got the waterfall the beginning of the year because her other units had actually decided they weren't going to work properly anymore. And she had an upgrade in the technology. And I asked her to describe, excuse me, what she noticed. She couldn't put her finger on it. And I asked her, I said, are you feeling lighter, like your mood is better? Yes. She had always been down and looked at things from a negative point of view previously. And all of a sudden I realized that when I had been speaking to her since the beginning of the year, that her attitude had totally changed. And the only thing she had done differently was the water. She had upgraded her technology.
Wow.
And yeah, so that was an amazing transformation. And so I always recommend the water first.
Mhm.
The body has to flush. And so that's how I use the technologies to support people.
I love that. Yeah, I have worked with, I have a naturopath that's fairly new on the team, and several chiropractors. They all say the same thing. Water is the way that the body is then able to do what it's supposed to do with proper hydration. And so it's kind of well, I love to say it's the least expensive thing to have the biggest impact, right?
Yes,
Because,
absolutely.
yeah,
That's the first thing I recommend.
yeah,
And I do apologize to them when they sit down for the first time and we're talking about their challenges. And I said, I'm going to warn you right now. Every other word you will hear out of my mouth will be water because
yeah,
it is that
that's
important.
important.
Yes.
Yeah.